If you've studied enough psychology, enough conspiracy theories, and so on, that's just basically called cognitive dissonance. And that covered themes about marriage, cheating on each other, that type of stuff. And it made me sick to my stomach. There are some things in this book that are pretty grotesque. Jakarta always puts me in this really spiritual mood. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Zephyr Kambata. Thanks for being here. On this channel, I largely talk about how to be yourself. And as for me, I love books, and this is from the playlist Zephyr's Book Reviews. Today I'm talking about Danielle Steele's Beautiful, which is a novel. I have it right here. I picked it up in Jakarta, and it was a wonderful read. Jakarta always puts me in this really spiritual mood, and you can check out more videos on my channel about Jakarta on the travel vlog series. But in the meantime, today I'd like to talk to you about this book. So I thought that the cover was really intriguing, and this picture over here that she has, I'm not sure if it was a stock photo that the designers did from whichever publishing house she's from, or if it was an actual woman that she got, which would kind of be like how we do the music thing, and you can check out my music as well, where we get like the actual actor or actress from the music video to be on the cover of the music artwork. Well, anyway, she's based an entire story on this face, which I thought, when I picked this book up, I was like, this is probably a very elaborate story, very mysterious, and it probably has a very deep plot just by the color, and the red, the deep red. I love the black and red because I'm a Scorpio, and we gravitate towards deep colors. I have like 5 planets in Scorpio. But this book also reminded me of my wife a little bit because she has light eyes, and you might see her in some of my vlogs and so on. But Danielle has really managed to weave an entire story from just a face. And she refers to this face several times in this story. And I'm so wowed by that. Also, as usual, Danielle has very easy to read storytelling. So it's really like somebody writing in a diary. It's very, very easy to read. And I especially like that about Danielle. So it puts you in a rather relaxed mood, but she manages to still weave an entire story out of it. Now I picked it up, and that's Danielle, I believe. I particularly like the fact that they showed this picture of her, and she has these large crystal wand towers in her house or writing studio. I presume this is, unless she, just took this picture somewhere else. But I would love to have a house like this, full of spirituality and so on. I picked it up from Indonesia, and it was about 163,000 rupiah, which I think converts to about $16 Singapore, which is pretty much the normal price of a paperback in a bookstore. And the font is like this. The reading is pretty, well, there's not much of a design on the chapters or anything. It's basically, you just get sucked into the text. In a way, it's very raw, her writing, in that sense. There's not much illustrations or anything. You know how some authors, like when you reach a new chapter, they have like a little design, surrounding the word chapter. But here it's all pretty plain. It's basically, it's simple, but it's not easy. You know that phrase which people use? I find that to be very true about Danielle's writing. Sometimes it's very hard to swallow what she's writing. There was a book, I believe it was called Magic or something to that effect, which I read a couple of years back, also incidentally in Jakarta. And that covered themes about marriage, cheating on each other, that type of stuff. And it made me sick to my stomach, that kind of concept. And of course, if you've studied enough psychology, enough conspiracy theories, and so on, that's just basically called cognitive dissonance, where you hear something that's really different to what you feel and believe, and then you feel like puking, or you feel like you're going crazy. But anyway, it was a charged time in my life, and that was that. This story doesn't really have much of a climax, in my opinion. It is not really, it is a page turner, but it's not a thriller. Her writing does make you feel like, hey, I want to find out what happened next. But it's not like I have to stay up or I'll die. So this stuff, this book really put me to sleep. I was reading it during a phase when I was recovering from burnout. My burnout coach said, read some books or play some games or something, exercise at night or something. Where, well, she didn't say exercise at night. I picked that up from another healer. But try not to exercise at night. It's a pretty bad idea, based on everything I know, and I sometimes coach in health. But this book can help you relax at night, it can put you to sleep. It's not that thick, as you can see, It's only what, a couple of hundred pages? Yeah, about 285, 300 pages, and so on. So check out this book if you think you're intrigued to get it. It's an easy read. Um, there are some things in this book that are pretty grotesque, but the images and the visual images and the writing does not make them that grotesque, because Danielle keeps it moving in this one. So she just goes to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, which I find is kind of a style. It's a matter of fact. It's like having a conversation with a friend. That's how she writes. And so it's like I said at the start, it's almost like reading a diary. Yeah, I don't want to keep this too long. I enjoyed this book. I will drop the Amazon link in the description. So if you're checking this out on Amazon, and buying it from there. Full disclosure, I get like 8 cents, or is it 0.08 cents for everybody that buys it there, or something to that effect. I'm not quite sure. I'm not that avid of an Amazon affiliate, but I do put up the links from time to time in case that can help me and my family in some way. So if you enjoyed this review and you want to check out this book, please use my affiliate link for Amazon. And Danielle also has an Instagram, which I found. I quite like that. She posts only the important photos, and well, the rest of her time, I believe, is spent writing. But I really like the artwork for this, and it's not just beautiful to do with the title, but it's also, to me anyway, it's a beautiful book. I really like the visuals on this thing. So, yep, that's Danielle Steele's Beautiful. Do check it out, and hope it brings you some peace. And I'm making this video on the 31st of December 2024. So happy new year and have a good year ahead. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit like. And if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. And see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.